Hello fellow citizens, it is munclesonkey here. So what I decided to do for this video is, since the new Chaotic Spear came out just a few days ago, I wanted to try it out myself. I was actually given a request in a comment to make a video like kind of testing out the Chaotic Spear. So in most instances the Chaotic Spear is going to be roughly the same DPS as the Chaotic Maul, as they are both two-handed ability. They're both two-hand weapons, so they have access to the same set of abilities that the Chaotic Maul also does, and it also has the same damage and accuracy as the Chaotic Maul. So that, for the most part, the Chaotic Spear is basically just a slightly more expensive version of the Chaotic Maul, since you have to get a Zamorakian Spear to get it first, and they both cost 200k Dungeoneering tokens. However, where the Chaotic Spear is much better than the Maul is at Corporeal Beast. So what I decided to do is try to first solo some Corporeal Beast and then duo some Corporeal Beast and basically see how the Chaotic Spear fared. So in the background you're going to be seeing me and my newbie setup. Of course I have Tetsu instead of Torva, and so I'm not really super pro here, but you just gotta remember I was only here for about 10 kills solo, I believe, and then I did about 20-ish duo kills with a friend, and overall we found out that solo kills, for me at least, were taking about 2 minutes 30. I imagine if you're really good at Corp, you could probably shave that down to around closer to 2 minutes. The abilities that you could see on my action bar weren't the best abilities in the world, and I did not find that out until afterwards. There is a better ability rotation to be using at Corp, but still you can probably expect around between 2 and 2 minute 30 kills solo at Corp. I was getting around 2 kills a trip most of the time. I did have a few trips. This is a trip that I showed right here where I do a kill where it's only 1 kill in a trip and I just got absolutely torn. I was also having some mouse problems. I was having difficulty rotating the screen with my mouse. A lot of times it wasn't working, so I kept walking underneath Corporeal Beast, and when you walk under him he hits like 4k damage, so that was kind of a struggle. But for the most part, you could do 2 kills per trip with a Chaotic Spear, or more if you're good at Corp. Again, I was only getting 1 kill a trip solo with the Zamorakian Spear, so the Chaotic Spear basically just doubled the amount of kills I could personally do solo with melee. I also found I could do about 2 kills a trip solo with Ascension crossbows. I did that in a video a long time ago. However, that's not really as important because the Chaotic Spear is much faster kills. Like the Ascension crossbows take 4 minutes to kill a Corp, so you don't want to be using them now that the Chaotic Spear has been released. So I can for certainty say that this is the best weapon in the game for this particular boss. Other than this boss, it's not really all that useful. If you want a two-handed level 80 weapon that has a stab function instead of a crush function, so it can be better at like Frost Dragons and Calfight King and stuff like that because they're weak to stab, whereas the Chaotic Maul uses crush. That could be an option, but for the most part you're better off just getting dual-handed, two-handed chaotic weapons like the Chaotic Claws, the Chaotic Rapiers, unless you really like the Corporeal Beast. So that's the only time I would really recommend to get the Spear. But if you want to try out this boss and you have plenty of money, plenty of DG tokens like me, I have 2.5 mil DG tokens, so it's not really too much of an issue to just go and buy a Chaotic Spear. And pretty soon you'll start seeing some of the duo kills and how fast they were. I actually did record a full duo kill. I didn't even have to speed it up, because the duo kills, a lot of them only took about a minute, so they were really quite fast. Unfortunately, the loot at Corp and what I got wasn't particularly great, but the one redeeming quality that Corporeal Beast has is he does drop a lot of blue charms, 13 blue charms per kill, and I believe he has about a 50% drop rate or 40% drop rate. It's in that range for blue charms, so you can expect to get a lot of blue charms if you solo. And if you get lucky with the Onyx bolts, he does have a fairly common drop rate of 175 Onyx bolts, which adds up to be around 1.4, 1.5 mil in that range, so that can be quite decent if you get that while soloing as well, or if you can duo effectively. One thing that was quite amazing is I was able to do a lot of kills duo without using any food at all. One thing that really helped is I did have the Vampirism aura, and I also had a superior scrimshot of Vampirism, so that helps heal me a lot. That's basically like using Soul Split. With those two combined, I think it has the exact same healing effect as Soul Split does. However, I can also be under the benefits of Mage Praise, so I didn't even have to have Soul Split up. So those two really helped a lot. But here was the full duo kill as I mentioned earlier. And the duo kills were just incredibly fast, especially if you both use Berserk and then just go ham and make sure you get your assaults off. You can hit like 5,000, 6,000 damage with some of those assault hits with the Chaotic Spear and also assault. So it made the duo kills only around a minute each, and you can also do them, not every kill with no food, but you can do a lot of kills with no food used at all, which makes it quite fast and actually a little bit fun as well. So in hindsight, you know, Corp isn't the best boss to do for profit or anything, but you can get some blue charms and it can also be a little bit of fun. So my overall verdict on the Chaotic Spear is it's not amazing, but it's great if you want to do this boss. So that's really the only time I'd recommend it, and that's about all. So farewell.